What's the deal with runway shows? What's going on when these glamazon cyborgs stomp down the runway that we sometimes see footage of when we're getting our hair cut in magazines like this? Sometimes, very occasionally in the newspaper. Why should we care? Well, you can watch The Devil Wears Prada for that. The US Vogue editor Anna Wintour, as played by the brilliant Meryl Streep, has a great, short, pithy answer to that. So, where do these runway shows happen? When do they happen? How long have they been happening? Let's get into it a bit. The runway shows are literally happening as we speak right now in New York. Since about post-World War II, they've occurred twice a year in the major fashion capitals of the West. So that would be London, Milan, New York, and then the show closes, the whole circuit of the show, the month-long circus, that is the show, ends in Paris. Traditionally, there have been like fall, winter, that's one season, and then spring, summer. So again, usually shows twice a year. However, in the last 10, 15 years or so, because luxury brands are so keen on making a huge profit and attracting new customers across the world, new generations of customers, they've been adding more and more shows to the schedule. So now there's like a resort show for the specific resort collection for all the very, very wealthy people who obviously vacation basically all the time. And then there's like a pre-fall show and there's a pre-spring show, all again to just drum up interest in as many new collections of clothing as possible. These runway shows are like Super Bowl commercials. They are the Super Bowl commercials of the fashion world. These luxury brands spend enormous sums of money on these commercials, as all companies do in the Super Bowl commercials. But what do commercials do, right? They create all this desire and business ultimately for the brand. So it's money well spent, definitely money well spent, because luxury brands, as I have discussed in a previous episode, are just, their business has been booming and booming. Oftentimes it seems like in spite of any kind of global economic downs and ups. So who gets invited to these shows? You have the celebrities who promote the clothes on the red carpet, right? And various other parties and events. You have the super top models, like supermodels and their families. And the rest are fashion industry insiders, like top editors, stylists, anyone who's on the in list usually has been in the industry for a while and has quite a bit of clout. So as I said, right now, they're all showing in New York. You might see groups and groups of very fabulously dressed people, including glamazons, gathered in front of a couple of buildings downtown. And then it's going to move on to Paris and show the haute couture, the super, super glamorous haute couture there, and then the ready-to-wear.